It's a podcast, and it's a panel quiz. It's a video game pod quiz. It's the 15th of August, and this is Level Up. In the best video game tradition, the aim of the game is to gain experience and level up. XP is earned by answering questions correctly, being interesting or amusing, and generally appealing to my better nature. And while players can't lose XP, answering incorrectly, camping, or questioning my authority, no matter how ill-informed or downright wrong I am, will see XP awarded to the other players. The winner will be the player who has reached the highest level come the end of the game. This week, our players are bastions of gaming journalism. Player 1 is to this pod quiz what comedian Alan Davis is to manageable hair. Mr. David Brown.
Good evening.
Player 2 is a man who looks almost as good wearing a trilby as I do, strategy informer's Chris Capel.
Salutations.
And player 3 is editor of Gaming Daily and creator of the semi-autobiographical indie game sensation Cry Wankface, Craig Lager.
Hello.
Round 1 is character creation. In order to help the listeners visualise our players and decide who they're going to root for, you will each be presented with a series of binary choices from which we can build your profile. So Dave, we'll start with you. Tall or short?
Short.
Speed or strength?
Strength.
Blade or bow?
Oh, blade. Definitely blade.
Chris, svelte or stout?
Svelte.
Kill or cure?
Cure.
Staff or wand?
Ooh, I'll go with the staff.
And Craig, athletic or idle?
Idle.
Iconoclast or artisan?
Artisan.
Dark or light?
Dark.
Okay, our players. Dave, you are our dwarf warrior.
Fair enough.
That's all right.
Can't complain. Can't really complain about that.
You
Chris?
look like a dwarf warrior.
It's the beard, isn't it?
Not now.
You're our elven mage.
I thought so. Female.
Completely up to you.
Ah, yeah, better. Seems right.
Yeah, fair enough. And Craig, you are two-time Formula One world champion Fernando Alonso.
Hey.
I didn't expect that.
Is he
I
particularly
did not
dark?
expect that. I'm pretty happy with it though.
Now that listeners can picture our players, it's on to round 2. Round 2 is the round based on a roundup of all the news that's been doing the rounds, and which we rounded on calling the news rectangle. As we drag our heels towards Gamescom, it's been something of a slow news week, so there's just 3 imaginary boxes to the players to select from this week, which will lead to questions based on a news story from the past 7 days. Chris, we'll start with you. Pick a number from 1 to 3.
3.
Number 3. Whose world has sadly ended?
Oh. God. Is this an MMO question?
It's certainly related.
Oh. I actually don't know. Oh my god. I did so well with the questions while I listened to it last week and wasn't on.
The pressure's on. The pressure's on when you go live, Chris.
What MMOs have finished this week?
It's not necessarily an MMO that's finished, it's related to an MMO.
Oh. Whose world has finished?
Time up now.
Okay, no, I don't know.
No. Anyone else want to jump in?
I have no idea. Dave, you work for Games Press.
I know, but I know. I've been working all week, and there's been nothing about this.
Is it something to do with Blizzard dropping like another several million subscribers or something?
No, that would be happy news. This is sad.
Well, they have. But yeah.
No, this is the sad news that Trion World's European office, which is based in Guildford, is closing. The Defiance producer has been scaling back operations and has already reduced its staffing levels in its native USA. The Defiance MMO launched in April this year, 2 weeks before the first episode of the TV series it was to coexist with aired on the Sci-Fi Channel. Reviews for both, however, were passable, and player numbers matched viewing figures in declining through the series run.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it, and no one did.
But
Has anyone played it? Oh, sorry, Karen.
no, sorry, again, just one of those things. Obviously, best wishes
It's
to
also out
everybody
there,
at Try On Worlds, and hopefully something turns up for them.
Yeah, it was a nice idea, but just didn't work out.
No, that's pretty much been the opinion across the board. The MMO shooter part of it is very much just another game, and the TV series, again, just another sci-fi series that's has failed to really catch people's interest.
Yeah, it didn't deserve to be shut down for that. Yeah.
No, well, I mean, the TV series has got a second series. It has been commissioned for a second run, and the game is ongoing, but obviously reduced in size. Right, Craig, on to you. Question 3 has gone, so 1 or 2?
1.
1. Who no longer wants to be connected?
The Xbox One. That doesn't want to be connected anymore.
Right, care to elaborate?
Well, the Xbox One no longer comes bundled with Kinect. So, I guess that's what you're going for?
You're
Is
half
the answer
right.
Microsoft?
Yeah. Well, no, it is and it isn't. You're absolutely right. It is Microsoft and it is the Xbox One, but it will still be bundled with Kinect. There is not going to be any version of it that doesn't come bundled with the Kinect.
So far.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So far.
They've changed their mind on every single other.
Well, yeah.
Part of the Xbox. It probably won't even come with the Xbox One anymore.
Yeah, this is the announcement that Microsoft's third console, the Xbox One, will no longer require the Kinect peripheral to be permanently plugged in and switched on for the console to work. This latest reversal from Microsoft says to remove the last of the features that made the console unique and might have served to justify the higher price point. As it stands, the only unique feature left appears to be the Xbox Live subscription, which will be required to access features freely available on rival platforms. Sorry, go on.
Can I just say how awful Kinect is? Can I give a couple of examples of how rubbish it is?
You've got one, haven't you, Dave?
I do have one, yes. And I can give 2 examples of how appalling it is.
I also have one, but please tell me how bad it is.
Well, one of the things is that when you're playing a game like Sonic Free, I can't even remember what it's called now. The Sonic Kinect game where you're dancing around and you've got to jump to the side, and it doesn't recognise it, so it's awful.
Racing one.
Yeah, and there are so many games that just don't pick you up at all. No matter where the Olympics, the one Sega games seem to be afflicted by this. You just don't get picked up. And the other thing is that when you have a game like NBA 2K13 or whatever, and FIFA, the FIFA games, they have voice commands within game. They just don't work. You get booked in FIFA for swearing at the ref when you haven't said a word. The commentary sets it off.
What, so like it picks up what you're saying, so if you swear while you're playing FIFA, you get booked?
That is technically what's meant to happen. But you don't say anything and you get booked. Your manager criticizes you for your foul mouth tirades against the ref when you haven't said a word during the whole match.
Holy shit.
It just knows you. Knows what you're thinking.
NBA 2K is the same thing. It's not the games, it's the technology, I think.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. You keep giving away technical free throws in NBA. The commentary is giving it away because it's reading like a player's name as a swear word. It's ludicrous.
But the flip side of that is Kinect Adventures is absolutely brilliant to play with your daughter. So.
But there's only 6 levels in that, but that's another argument.
Yeah, but you don't need any more than that. You can have absolutely hours of fun, and it is an absolute joy. So, positives and negatives. But in other Xbox news, having announced that the Xbox One would release simultaneously in 21 countries come November, Microsoft have now changed that figure to 13, with some of our European neighbours like Denmark, Sweden and the Netherlands now having to wait until 2004. Okay. A Microsoft statement said...
2004?
Sorry, 2014. Well spotted.
Sorry.
Thank you. No. A Microsoft statement instead, our priority is to ensure our customers get the best Xbox One experience the first day it is available. To do that, and in order to meet demand, we have adjusted the number of markets that will receive the Xbox One. Representatives for Sony were too busy laughing to make a statement. There we go. Yeah, Xbox One, PR disaster, innit?
And it keeps on getting better. That's the funniest thing. Every single week,
Well,
they either do a new U-turn or make up a new stupid thing to U-turn on the next week.
I can't help but think if they just stuck to their guns. I mean, I think this is a problem that we've got with the market and the games industry in general. Everything's so focused to release day and week one. Whereas if they just let it release, it'll sell. It will sell. There's no two ways about it. No matter how bad people thought it was, people would have bought it. And then they could have let it evolve and people could see what it actually did. And then they think, oh yeah, I see what they're doing. That's okay. But the fact that everyone's kicked up such a stink about it and then Microsoft have caved, it's just, it drives me mad.
Is it not something to do with share prices and all that sort of business cobblers that we as gamers don't really look at too often? It's probably stuff to do with that. Probably share price dips, things like that. That's probably the real driving force. Because, big companies, they don't listen to they don't care about their customers. So they only care about things that affect the bottom line, the money.
Yeah, you can't argue with that, but it's still it's disheartening. I think if you're gonna clearly, because they must, as a business, they haven't just come up with this idea overnight. This has been in development a long time. They've had this business idea, and to announce it and then basically backtrack on everything. I mean, I think that is more damaging to your company's reputation than saying, no, we're going to do this, and this is what we're going to do, and we're going to show you we're right.
Yeah. It's also incredibly confusing because now, once it comes out, everyone will still think that it doesn't run used games and things like that because the damage has been done. So they don't gain anything from it.
Well, I mean, we might know that or think that.
Yeah.
A lot of people will have seen one or two announcements because they don't read these gaming websites every day, and they don't go on Twitter necessarily and hear every single 5 minutes of some opinion on it. So a lot of people would just buy it because it's called Xbox. Which just goes back into what you were saying, Kevin. Yes, they would have bought it anyway, probably.
So they could have just stuck to their guns from the outset. But hey, right, David.
Yes, my go.
Yes, your go. You're left with question 2. Whose bundle is the most humble?
Oh God, there's so many of them. There are so many bundles, so I just have to pick one because I don't know which one is.
Well, this one is the most humble.
I know the answer to this.
So do I.
Yeah. This is not something.
I picked the wrong number.
Is it the? Oh, I don't know. Pass.
Can we fight about it?
Humble indie bundle. I don't know.
Yeah, but who's?
Focus Multimedia. They do a bundle. Ubisoft do a bundle. Everyone does a bundle.
I've pre-buzzed in.
Okay, you can buzz in. Go on.
Yeah, go on, Craig. If you want to run with this.
EA's bundle is the most humble
It is.
because they're not getting any money from it, but at the same time they're getting everybody to sign up for Origin, which is terrible.
And good PR.
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't know anything about that.
This is EA, who have put Burnout Paradise, Crysis 2, Dead Space 1 and 3, Battlefield 3, Sims 3, Mirror's Edge and Medal of Honor in a bundle which is currently selling for a little over £3, though you can pay more if you desire, less if you don't want all 8 games. While a bundle of games wouldn't normally warrant escalation to the top of the news tree, EA have forgone any money made from the bundle, allowing all proceeds to go to charities including Human Rights Campaign, American Red Cross and San Francisco AIDS Foundation. Coming into tonight's recording, sales of the bundle had generated revenue of over $4 million, with the bundle available for another 13 days. So for a company that the general population of America seems to insist is the most evil company in the world, that's a lot of good they're doing right there.
You know what it feels like though? It's like the Cruella de Vil and they've adopted a load of puppies. It's like it's it's very sweet.
To kill these
And it looks very nice.
No, come on, where are we going with this, Craig? Come on.
You know there's bad intentions there. Like there's some marketing guy behind it, full well knowing that like they're only doing this to heighten their profile as, you know, not evil, when all they want people to do is sign up for Origin and spend money on like the overpriced shop. That's not even good. It's just terrible, and that's the only reason they're doing it. They're not doing it out of the good of their hearts for charity, even though, you know, it's great that charity benefits from it. But they're just doing this to get people on Origin because they want more of a market share.
Yeah, but they still are giving a lot of money to charity, and giving away basically loads of free games. Not quite free, but near enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not giving any of the new good ones, are they?
Well, Dead Space free, Sims free, Battlefield free.
Dead Space. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't hear that bit. Right, fair enough. 'Cause I've been looking out for Dead Space 3 and Crisis 3 and all the other threes or what other games they've released recently. And I'm looking on something like Savvy Gamer to see if any discounts. Never any discounts for these games, so I haven't bought any or played any of them yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all these for about like £3.
Yeah, I mean, just any one of those games is worth £3, even just to have a little look at. So
Not
to
Medal of Honor.
get all 8 of them.
Medal of Honor,
And a lot of them have Steam keys as well.
Well, yeah, that was the thing I was going to say. They're not all tied to Origin. Only 3 of them are Origin exclusives. The rest you get a Steam key for, as well as the Origin key. I mean, that is just absolutely fantastic. And like I say, charities are benefiting from this. Benefiting. I knew I should have glued my teeth in before I started.
Can I ask one question before we move on then?
Of course you can.
Has anyone ever bought anything from Origin?
No, it's overpriced shit.
And
I think.
well, I mean,
Battlefield
maybe
3.
Battlefield 4. I imagine people would say, or 3 rather. Sorry,
Not actually
whatever the hell, what the hell the hell is.
No, again, bought it from retail and just put the code in.
I've done that.
Origin.
So did I. Yeah, I've got a box on my shelf.
Yeah, I hate it.
I got it.
Origin as a store is horrendously overpriced.
Also, Ubisoft's one, and all the other proprietary stores that people seem to have.
You know what though? Uplay is actually okay as a bit of software. Like it's it's actually sort of fine. It does this quite interesting thing where you can use it does this cool thing with achievement points where they actually unlock content.
That is,
and
good.
it's quite nice. And the software is fine. It's just Origin would probably be okay if. I mean, like the thing with Uplay is it doesn't try to push it as a shop. It's more of just like a bit of middleware that hooks Ubisoft stuff together. But Origin really tries to push itself as a shop, which it isn't good at doing. Yeah. And then also, I mean, like the big thing with it is everybody uses Origin for Battlefield, but then you need Origin and you need Battlelog running. So like you've got 2 pieces of middleware that you just don't need, and it breaks it, it ruins it.
It's also not anywhere as good as Steam as much as they try it to be. For the simple reason that you have to upgrade it and download it every time they have a single update, as in Origin itself. That usually takes several minutes, and then it changes all your settings, like where do you want to save your install files for your games, simple things like that, and it hides them in some random folder that's made up.
To be fair though, Steam did that at the outset. I mean, Steam was. I know we all love Steam now, and it is great. But the first couple of years, it was a nightmare. If it hadn't been for the good games that were on it and that you needed it to play, we'd have all dumped it straight away.
When Steam was known doing that, it was innovating though. Origin isn't even innovating; it's just copying Steam and doing it badly. Like there was no precedent for Steam; they had to invent it as they went along. Whereas Origin doesn't.
And it doesn't change its file folder every couple of years.
I like to say,
honestly,
Ubisoft
Origin's done that about 3 times, at least.
Nice.
They've gone through EA, Electronic Arts, and I think it's EA Origin now or something like that.
Yeah, changing the file names. But yeah, no, like you're saying, Craig, though, again, Ubisoft have done such a good job. And again...
I don't mind Uplay.
No, and again...
Wouldn't buy a thing from it, but I don't mind using it.
No, and similarly, it doesn't just link all your PC stuff together, it links your console games as well. If you put your profile details in, so you can play, I don't know, an Xbox game, rack up like the achievement points on Uplay for that, and then use those Uplay points to unlock some DLC on a PC title. And that harmony, again, fantastic. You know, it's in the customer's interest, and anything that's good for us as a consumer and doesn't make us feel like we're being forced down this alley. We must buy this, or it's almost like a little reward. Oh, you've been playing our games, have a bit of this, and that type of thing. Gotta love it.
Also, I just finished buying Core Juarez Gunslinger, and I bought that in the Steam sale, and that doesn't use Uplay, strangely enough.
I was going to mention that about how both of these I don't want to take too much time, but both of these companies seem to have very curious policies on what they put on Steam and what they don't put on Steam. Yeah. Assassin's Creed 3 is on Steam, but other games aren't. A load of EA games aren't on there, but then some are, and it's why it's very confusing for the customer.
Well, EA just did a cut-off, didn't they? Said beyond this point, our games won't be on Steam; they'll be only be on our proprietary system. I think what's happening with Ubisoft is that the first couple of weeks or something they're keeping it exclusive, and then they'll let it go on Steam. I mean, that's certainly what they did with Far Cry 3, wasn't it?
I'll make one final. I'll make one final point then. In that, I wonder how many sales EA have lost by keeping their products off Steam completely.
A lot, I think.
Those are numbers I would like to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Battlefield 3 alone, I can imagine every single Steam sale would have got millions.
But I mean, this is why they're doing this bundle, because they want people to have Origin installed and to not think about it.
Yeah.
Like if you're already launching Origin to play Crysis 2 that you've got for cheap, then you might as well start buying stuff on there, aren't you?
Yeah. I think it's more the good PR than forcing people to do that.
Who
Just
knows?
add a bonus. Yeah. It's the non-inclusion of Dead Space 2, I might add. It's got Dead Space 1 and 3, but not 2.
I thought that was a bit odd, I must admit.
It's so that you'll buy it through Origin for £35 or whatever.
That's on Steam. That's on Steam though.
Yeah.
That's just been on the Steam sale.
You could have got it on Steam for £2.50,
Yeah. So they might as well. They just include it.
Yeah.
I bet it probably will turn up like towards the end of it. Like they sometimes stick a couple of extra titles on towards the end to entice people.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on.
Yes,
That and Amalur.
Okay. Round 3 is the retro round, where players buzz in to answer questions about gaming's past. So first things first, let's hear those audible identification devices. Dave, how are you going to attract my attention?
The same way as last time.
Marvellous. Chris?
Exterminate!
Lovely. Craig?
I've got... That's Siegmeyer of Katrina, if anybody's interested.
Means nothing.
No.
But they're all super well done. This week we are going back to 2003.
Ooh.
So 2003 heads on. Having previously only been available on the Xbox the previous year, 2003 saw PC, PlayStation 2, GameCube and Game Boy Advance owners introduced to Sam Fisher in which game? That was Craig.
Chaos Theory.
That's incorrect.
It's got to be the original Splinter Cell then, isn't it?
It is the original, but yeah,
Okay.
again, clues in the question. Introduced to Sam Fisher. You see?
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah, Tom Clancy's...
Oh, 2003 is well too early for Chaos Theory, obviously.
Yeah.
I forgot there was an Xbox exclusive though for a bit.
Yeah.
As far back as the first one.
Yeah, the first one was, yeah. Just, again,
Game Boy Advance?
yes, there was a version released on Game Boy Advance as well. Yes. Staying with Splinter Cell, which actor voiced Sam Fisher? That was Chris.
Michael Ironside.
It was indeed Michael
Love
Ironside.
that man.
Literally?
Oh yeah, of course.
Literally love him?
Yes.
Okay.
He is amazing. I'm not going to buy the new Splinter Cell now that he's not in it.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
Didn't know he wasn't in it. Staying with Splinter Cell, what year?
Didn't know when the games come out.
What year is the game set in?
Oh god.
David.
1972.
It's not. No, Clancy
Oh.
has a thing about writing things about the future.
Shit, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you might as well have a guess.
I think it's 2007.
It's not.
Shall I ever go?
Go on, Chris.
Was he anywhere close?
Oh, no clues.
It was a lot closer than Dave.
2005.
Oh, closest yet. No, it was actually 2004.
Ah!
So yeah, released in 2003, set in 2004. So you could see what was coming in the future. Tom Clancy's name is attached to 2 other game series that had releases or expansions come out in this year. Can you name either of them? Craig?
Can I go for both?
Yeah,
Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon.
absolutely spot on.
Oh,
Rainbow Six 3, which was subtitled Raven Shield on the PC, came out, and the expansion Island Thunder came out for Ghost Recon. Absolutely spot on.
can't think of any other Tom Clancy games beyond those 3.
Hawks.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's near that year then.
End War.
End War, yes, that's another one.
We're not staying with Tom Clancy for the next question, are we?
No, we're moving on from Tom now.
Minecraft.
We're moving
Yes.
on from Tom. Developed by Sega and published by Nintendo, this was the last home console installments of the series.
F-Zero GX.
Bloody hell, and there was me reading it terribly. This GameCube Futuristic Racer was the first game collaboration between the former hardware rivals, and it was F-Zero GX.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Sega had anything to do with that.
I was surprised when I read that, so...
Yeah, I remember that at the time because it's quite a big deal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I
What
mean,
game is this?
Yeah.
F-Zero GX.
What the hell is that?
Futuristic racer.
Yeah.
Very, very
Oh,
fast.
right. No wonder I don't know what it is then.
You've never
Okay,
heard of
game-
F-Zero?
GameCube.
Oh, maybe I have. I don't know. I was doing it for comedy value.
It's like Wipeout, but good.
Oh, okay.
This piece of hardware was released to be a rival to the Game Boy Advance, while simultaneously being a mobile phone and media player. David.
Was it the Nokia N-Gage?
It was the Nokia N-Gage.
I couldn't remember its name, but thank you.
I had one of those.
Oh, you
Brilliant.
Was it the side talking one?
Yeah, it was the original one. It
Oh,
was
dear
amazing. Best phone I've ever had.
Oh, come on.
It was
Nice.
rubbish as a games thing, but as a phone, it did everything. Because it had the Symbian operating system, which was brilliant.
Oh, I wish Hanny was here this week. He would love you for that.
I saw someone 2 years ago in Beijing being on the subway using one.
Oh,
I took a
fantastic.
picture of him. It was so brilliant.
It must have been the guy who invented it.
Probably.
He just can't give it. He can't give it up.
Just can't let it go.
I thought he had a Game Boy Advance stuck to his ear,
Oh,
but no.
no.
And it had an Elder Scrolls on it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
no way.
the first version of Skyrim that came out.
It was called Shadow Key.
You never hear about that one.
No.
No, you don't.
You know what? I'm going to make a little note of that, and I'll save that for a future episode. That's fantastic. Okay, next question. This first-person shooter was a conspiracy story based on a Belgian comic and used cel-shaded... That was David getting in there.
Ah!
It's 13, isn't it? XIII.
It is 13 indeed, yes. Used cutaway panels to maintain a comic book visual style.
How did you get that and not System Shock 2 last week?
I don't know. And I played it, as I said, I played it.
Okie dokie.
Did David Duchovny do a voice in that?
He did, yes.
Yeah.
He,
Do I get a bonus for that?
he was the voice of the protagonist. Yeah, bonus XP, always for it being interesting, Dave. Absolutely.
Good. Excellent.
The first to be released on the PlayStation 2, this 6th installment of the Tomb Raider series was the last to be developed by Laura's original creator's core design. Chris
That's the Angel of Darkness.
was indeed.
You mother...
got-
I was just about to say that.
It's either that or the Angel of Death. I can't remember.
Oh,
The right one.
the right
Angel
one.
Layer,
Darkness,
that
it was indeed. Okay. Any of you like to name the developer, publisher Eidos handed it to for future games? Dave?
Was it Crystal Dynamics?
Yeah.
Was indeed Crystal Dynamics, yes. Very, very good. It may be hard to imagine now, but back in 2003, this new IP was released exclusively on the PC and was the debut title for the developers Infinity Ward. Chris?
That's got to be Call of Duty then.
It was indeed the original Call of Duty. Hard to believe that, isn't it? It was the...
I loved that game.
I thought it was great, and the second one, to be fair. And
Yeah,
the
they were
first one.
brilliant.
It was only after 4. I just started getting bored and tired of it all.
Why? Which one was 3? Why doesn't anybody ever talk about Call of Duty 3?
That was only on the
Pathetic graphics.
console.
Because it was on the
I think.
Wii, and you had to wave the Wiimote and the nunchuck to punch natties in the face.
Oh, okay.
It was crap. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was okay. It was a bit different, but yeah, it's certainly no classic.
Strangely, it was the most realistic game in the franchise.
I like World at War.
World at War.
I just wanted to point that out.
Oh God, yeah,
The co-op of that one was just great. They never did that again.
that was the Kiefer Sutherland one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean that was the longest. That was the first long review I did for PC Zone. I had to write 2,000 words on a Call of Duty game.
Oh.
Yeah, it was tough.
The third generation of Pokemon games came to Europe for the Game Boy Advance and were named after which precious stones? Chris?
I wish I hadn't buzzed now. Is it Diamond and Pearl?
It isn't Diamond and
There's so many other damn things.
Craig?
Emerald and Ruby.
Oh, you're close. You get some XP because you're highlight with the ruby.
Is it Pearl and Dean? Oh no.
Oh, Emerald was the one that was after, wasn't it? That put Ruby and the other one together. Sapphire and Ruby.
Hey, there we go.
And then Emerald was the one that put them all together.
Oh dear Christ, I thought.
That's fantastic. Pokemon knowledge. Absolutely.
Did you hear me?
The reason that I know that is because I worked at Game, sort of not probably 2006, 2007, and the amount that we got of those like traded in for the GBA was like ridiculous. Because every time there was a new Pokemon, we'd just like get a back catalogue of the old ones that just fell up.
Initially a PlayStation 2 exclusive and described by one outlet as Splinter Cell meets Faces of Death and compared to A Clockwork Orange, this game was seized upon by both press and politicians following Craig.
Manhunt?
It is Manhunt.
Oh, I was just going to buzz in on that.
Yeah, that was going to be my guess. Yeah.
Yes. Marvellous. And that brings us to the close of 2003. What a great gaming year that was.
Can I just say about Manhunt? Is it? I smothered my father to death with a plastic bag, and I definitely didn't. It wasn't because of Manhunt.
Yeah. Pippa Fennell's got a lot to answer for, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
You can smother horses to death in that. No one ever talks about it. You choke them to death with their feed bags, laced with arsenic.
I can't believe there's a Wii version of Manhunt 2.
I didn't know there was.
They banned it in the UK.
Oh, my word. Oh, there you go.
Not the only game we've ever had banned in our country for years.
Apart from Cry Wank Face.
That's not banned.
Well,
It should be.
Game of the Year edition will be. I'm making sure of it.
Game of the Year edition comes with a sock. Round 4 now. For anyone wanting to listen, you just need to sign up to the Podquiz with your Facebook account and spam all your friends' timelines. For everyone else, here's some music. Round 5 is Some People Are on the Pitch, in which each of our players has 30 seconds to pitch a game. While they do so, the other players can buzz in to challenge should the pitcher resort to video game cliches, make direct comparisons to other titles, or stray from the source game. David, we'll start this round with you, and I would like you to pitch Football Manager 2013.
Well, you have a spreadsheet, but it's fun. Spreadsheets can be fun, and this game will prove why. All you have to do is you look at the screen and you've got loads of stats, but these stats can.
Challenge from Greg.
Spreadsheets can never be fun.
I don't know. A couple of hours with Excel can be a true delight. Maybe that's just me.
But I'm proving that they can be fun with my pitch.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say spreadsheets can be fun. That's my level spreadsheet. Right. There we go. So I'm going to put that down as an incorrect challenge. And
I want to challenge again, actually.
oh, go on.
Earlier this week, Dave says that he doesn't like fun games.
Did I? When?
When we were talking about it on Twitter.
Oh yeah, of course. I did say that.
So if you're pitching this as spreadsheets
But
can be fun and you don't like fun,
Yeah, but
He
I did.
doesn't play Football
But
Manager,
I'm
though.
not pitch. I do actually, but
I know.
no, but my pitch is I'm a marketing executive here. Nothing is fun. I'm lying with every single word. So if I say it's fun, I'm actually a hideous slug creature saying that yes, this is fun. Pokemon is fun.
Is this still part of your pitch?
Yes. I can go for any game because anything I could say can be applied equally to every game they pitch.
See, I've got a dilemma now because
You strayed off a bit.
And I've forgotten, but I didn't know if I'd started again.
but you hadn't because I hadn't restarted.
Yeah,
the clock.
yeah.
But coming across as a PR and marketing executive, I expect you to be two-faced and just an out-and-out liar. But then the fact that you're then admitting that you're two-faced and out-and-out liar,
But I'm admitting it off the record. Yeah. I would never admit it on the record. You see, in the press release, I would never admit it in the press release.
Right.
I would lie through my teeth in the press release.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But that was a failed challenge from Craig. So bonus XP to Dave, and please continue.
So spreadsheets can definitely be fun, and the way they can be fun is that when you translate the numbers into pictures, suddenly it suddenly becomes less boring. You've got people, stickmen running around. You've got balls flying about. You've got nets bulging. You have clicks of the mouse, thousands of them.
That's time. Oh, survived quite comfortably there, Dave, I think.
I was just rambling at the end.
Well,
Nets bulging.
Nets bulging is a football game. Of course, it's nets are bulging. That's what they do. You should. That's a cliche. You should
How
have
many
called me up
balls
on
did you
that.
get in the net?
He also mentioned.
I should have said the onion bag or something like that.
He also mentioned players. All games have players. That's a cliche.
Yeah.
I'd have had him on that. But never mind. You're all too polite and nice. That's what the problem is.
well, I've already lost a load of XP from buzzing in.
You can't lose XP.
Oh, you can
Incorrect.
only give me XP.
You just gave him it.
Well, I don't want to give Dave XP either.
Right. Well, Craig, you're up next. Chance to redeem yourself, and I would like you to pitch Dark Souls.
Okay. It's a game that makes you feel really depressed because as you progress, every single character either loses hope or dies, or loses hope and dies. Your only mission is to try and ambiguously save the world that's already dead.
Chris.
Saving the world. That's
Saving the world.
Definite.
Yeah,
Well done. Absolutely.
I was going to say that as well.
Because that is literally what you're doing.
But it's still a cliche. It's still a cliche. You
Not
have
allowed
to
to
say
put it in the
you have to
pitch.
say something like redefining the way
The
we
landscape.
Gaming
approach
architect.
world saving or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. You have to use the word redefine in every pitch. I didn't use it. You should have pulled me up on that.
Avoid anything that's ever been said before. Make up new words. Right, so that's a correct challenge from Chris. Craig, please continue.
So you redefine the world by consistently being redefined by monsters much bigger.
And that's time. Got through in the end. Yeah, very good. Only the one challenge from Chris there. If it had been me challenging, I'd have pulled you on game, characters, missions, and monsters. So I think you got off lightly there. To be honest, Craig. Next up is Chris. And Chris, I would like you to pitch us Fallout New Vegas, please.
Okay. Picture the scene. The Mojave Wasteland.
What? Craig, with the challenge.
Started his pitch with picture the scene.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
That's not a
definitely.
gaming.
Yeah.
That is the biggest cliche.
it's
Not a gaming one though.
Oh, he's got a point. It's not a gaming cliche. It is a cliche, but it's not a
It's just
gaming
a
cliche.
total
It's a
cliche.
pitching cliche.
No, I'm going to give Chris that one, I'm afraid, Craig.
Boo.
What? Come on.
It's an incorrect challenge.
Picture the scene.
It's a cliche, but it's not a gaming cliche.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's having that. So, yeah, incorrect. Right, sorry. Chris, please continue.
The Mojave Wasteland, a land you can explore at will.
I'm definitely buzzing in there. Exploration. Exploration is a cliche in games nowadays.
Exploration.
Exploration is a
What?
cliche in games.
Yep. You shouldn't be allowed to explore anymore.
No.
That's old hat.
No,
Old hat.
exploration. Been there, seen it, done it. Absolutely. Exploration. Yep. That's
Linear games are the way forward.
That's a correct challenge. We're only 7.7 seconds in. This is going great. Chris, please continue.
I don't even know what I am now.
You're not exploring.
Explore at will. Visit it, the town of lovely New Vegas. Fight Romans. New Romans, not the old hot rubbish ones. Find aliens.
Challenging. Aliens.
Damn it.
Aliens are cliche.
Aliens are a cliche in games. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
XP for that, yes. It's nearly over, Chris. It's okay, don't panic. Please continue.
I'm sure everyone else was far shorter than 30 seconds. Fight horrible super mutants and death claws.
Challenge from Chris.
Mutants are a cliche.
Super mutants.
Mutants and super.
You did say super mutants.
That franchise.
But they're still a
can-
cliche. So.
Super mutant is a subtype of mutant.
Yes, they're much, much harder and specific to Fallout.
No.
No,
Yep.
I don't think. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, possibly, but they're still mutants, and that's a correct challenge from Craig. So, yes, Chris, when you're ready, please continue.
Never gonna finish.
I don't even know what I'm talking about now. That must have been 30 seconds.
It is now.
Christ.
It's the joy of stopping the clock
Well,
every time there's a challenge. So. Right, so time for our final round now, which is the Deathmatch Buzzer round. General gaming knowledge questions, buzz in to answer, get the question wrong though, and you're fragged out and miss the next question while you respawn. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Very warm, but yes.
Which platform arena shooter features the voice talent of the actor Kevin Eldon? It's David.
Gun monkeys.
It is Gun Monkeys. Absolutely correct.
My buzzer's too long.
I
Don't
know
know how
what
to
that
fix
was I was on.
Press early. Yeah. You're all still in? This year, Codemasters released Grid 2, though it's actually the 7th PC release in a series that started with which game? Craig?
Taka.
Uh,
Taka touring cars.
Yeah, there were a number of Toka Touring Car games, but yeah, Toka Touring Car Championship released for the PC
really?
and PlayStation
Okay.
in 1997. What was the first console to offer 3D visuals as opposed to generating 3D graphics?
Providing this isn't a trick question. Is that the Nintendo 3DS?
It is not the Nintendo
Oh, you said
3DS.
trick.
No. No, it was much, much earlier than that.
Repeat the question. Can you repeat the question, please?
It's not the Atari 2600, is it?
No, it isn't.
You're out of this question,
yeah,
Chris. Stay out of it.
Chris is out the next
Won't give you any
question.
clues.
Chris getting the question wrong awards both Dave and Craig XP.
Can I have a go at the
Oh
answer?
yeah.
And it puts... you can, but you don't get any XP for it.
Was it not even for being interesting?
Oh, maybe for being interesting.
I think it was Star Fox on the SNES was the first game using the Mode 7 chip.
It was, and again, that's generating 3D graphics, not providing 3D visuals.
Deduct him XP for being boring.
I don't understand the question then.
You mean the actual like 3D in your face
Yes,
glasses
actual
stuff up there?
produced 3D
Yeah.
visuals. You looked
Oh.
at it, and the image you were seeing was in 3 dimensions. It had depth, as opposed to like polygons and just the 3D graphics. This was actually a 3D image. It was the Vectrex.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Released in 1982, unlike other consoles which plugged into a TV, the Vectrex was supplied with a monitor, as rather than generating raster graphics, the Vectrex, as its name might suggest, used vectors. Shortly after launch, a 3D imager peripheral was released that effectively spanned discs in front of each eye in turn, while the console alternated the display and sync, a system very similar to modern 3D TV's active shutter glasses.
That is quite
There you go.
interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Fascinating.
Isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
A
You said modernist,
a
Chris.
very similar peripheral was released a few years later for the Sega Master System. Again, it was goggles you put on, and it worked with their equivalent to Duck Hunt or whatever it was. So there you go. Sorry, yeah, Chris got that wrong, so Chris is out of this question. This is just for Dave and Craig. Which two players are set to appear on the cover of FIFA 14?
Oh, I'm all right then.
I'm gonna have to guess at
Go on,
this.
Dave.
It'd be Wayne Rooney. He's always on there. Is Rooney one of them?
He isn't.
Oh, God.
No, Wayne Rooney. I don't think he was on last year's either.
Is it Fernando Alonso and Jensen Button?
It isn't.
Is it Joe Hart? He's always on there.
He was on
Joe
13,
Hart?
I believe.
Gary Lineker?
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain?
No.
Clayton
I
Alden?
don't know. I don't know.
FIFA 14 is set to feature Lionel Messi and Gareth Bale on the cover.
Oh, I knew. I should have. I was going to guess Messi as the second one. But... Anyway,
There we go.
I don't know, it could be anyone, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, you didn't say in the UK because there are different people on the covers in foreign countries.
There are indeed. You're absolutely right.
Is Wayne Rooney on any of them, though?
I doubt he'd be on any other than the UK. But you know.
That Landon Donovan is always on the MLS.
MLS one, yeah. I should imagine Messi will appear on them all, and it'll just be whoever's on with him that is region specific. Which game series might you hear Hadouken, Shoryuken, and a sonic boom? That was Craig.
Street Fighter.
It is the Street Fighter series, absolutely correct.
Can we say from Street Fighter 2 onwards?
You can, there was still the Street Fighter series on. But
I wanted to be interesting.
You can Hadouken in Street Fighter 1, can't you?
No.
Oh.
You can barely do anything in Street Fighter 1.
yeah, it's just punch and kick, isn't it? So, and it's only Ryu as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rubbish. Garbage game. Okay, final question. All back in for this one. Please listen to the question carefully before you buzz in, though. It should become apparent why. The Grand Theft Auto series are certainly memorable games, but how memorable are their central characters? I'm looking for the 6 names covering GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, and the 2 expansions, Lost and the Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Bloody. Do we get a point for each one?
Yeah, you get XP for each one you can guess.
Do you need first name and surname?
That isn't a straightforward answer for reasons that should become apparent.
Yeah, I mean...
What you can, though... Go on,
Yeah, I can
Chris,
get a few
yeah,
as well.
you buzzed in there, so you have a shot at this.
Well, GTA 3 is unnamed.
Straight off the bat, he gets it wrong and he's out.
Well, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, you're out now, yeah, Chris. You're wrong.
Sorry, Chris, you gave me an incorrect answer, so we can...
Luckily,
What?
'cause
I can't remember the other ones. What is it then? Go on.
no, because we've got to have a
Dave
guess.
or Craig might want to have a go at this and start trying to name some of the guys.
Ones we actually know.
So either of you two want to buzz in and have a bash at any names?
Well, okay.
I can hear a keyboard going there, and I'm not happy about it.
I'm looking now because I'm out.
It was Nico Bellic, wasn't it?
Nico Bellic was
GTA
one,
4.
yeah. That's
I'm going to
correct.
swear very loudly.
Was it? I can't remember. Is it Tommy Vassetti? Is it in Vice City?
Tommy Vassetti was the Vice City main, yeah.
Yeah, Vice City. Oh God, I can't remember. It's been ages so long since I played him. Well, at least I got 2 points.
Can I have a guess at some?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Craig, yeah.
I think, was it CJ in San Andreas?
It was Carl CJ Johnson was San Andreas.
I thought CJ, but I was thinking of a basketball player.
Lost and the Damned was... oh, God damn. No, it's gone. I can't remember. And I didn't think the guy in 3 had a name either.
Yeah,
Is he named something like Jacket or something stupid?
No, his name is Claude.
Which is never spoken in
He
game.
doesn't have a surname, but his name is Claude. There we go. Yes, the full list. GTA 3 features Claude. GTA San Andreas, Tommy Vercetti. GTA San Andreas is Carl C.J. Johnson. GTA 4, Nico Bellic. The Lost and the Damned, Johnny Klebitz. And the Ballad of Gay Tony is Luis Fernando Lopez. So there we go. Right, time for our scores. How have our players done? In third place, sporting a flintlock musket at level 12, is Chris.
Unbelievable.
In second place, armed with an AK-47 and a hand grenade, at level 15, is Dave.
Oh, what?
Which means our winner, sporting a plasma rifle, energy shield, and a jetpack at level 17, is Craig.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Many congratulations. All
My
that's
life is now fulfilled.
all that's left for me to do then is thank our players. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Level Up was presented by me, Capel, and was a Fairly Whaley production.